Hi everyone, it's Ronita Baird, PEI Medium. Welcome to Angel Talk Thursday for this Thursday, October 25th, 2018. So welcome to everyone, and tonight's Angel Talk is about, I have a ghost story to share with everyone. But before I talk about the ghost stories, I just want to make you aware of upcoming workshops that I have coming up this fall. On November the 3rd and the 4th, I'm teaching a weekend of angel communication, which is going to be awesome and powerful. I'm capping the class to 8 people. And if you think you've ever been interested in learning how to communicate with the angels, learning how to enhance your intuition safely and effectively, it's something to really, really think about and contact me if you have any questions, of course. So anyway, I teach angel communication in 3 levels. So levels 1 and 2 will be taught at the 1st of November. And then towards the end of November, I have angel communication level 3 coming up. For those people that have had angel communication courses from years previous and are now looking to expand it and take it to the next level. In other words, take it to a professional level and integrate it into what they're actually doing professionally right now. So for more information, go over and check my website out, or you're more than welcome to send me up an email at ronitamarybaird@gmail.com with questions, or call my home office at 902-838-5031 for more information. And if you call the office, please leave a voicemail and I'll be glad to get back to you. So we're coming into, well, first of all, we are in full moon energy, and it's affecting a lot of folks. I know I'm a teacher I'm an educator, and it's affecting a lot of the students this week. And it just kind of plays with people's energy and just throws them off a little bit. So if you've been having difficulty with sleep, if you've been a little bit more irritable and more emotional, then there's a real reason for it. It's because it's the full moon. And a lot of people are susceptible to full moon energy, and it really can take a toll on how you're feeling and your peacefulness. So be aware of that. And we're also 1 week away from Thanksgiving, or not Thanksgiving, sorry, I keep calling Halloween Thanksgiving. We're 1 week away from Halloween. And with Halloween comes the ghost story episode. So anyway, I'm going to share with you my real life experience living in a haunted house. So anyway, so this happened to me and my family quite a few years ago now. If anyone has ever heard of a small island off the coast of Massachusetts called Nantucket, Nantucket was discovered in the 1600s, and it was populated by Quakers in the mid-1600s. Of course, it had been inhabited by First Nations before that, but the Quakers didn't come from England until the mid-1600s. So it's very old, and there's a lot of energy that goes with that. So anyway, my family and I were living in a small cottage on the south shore of the island. And it was a beautiful little spot, and we never at any point felt like it was creepy or scary or anything like that. And at the time, we had the whole family there, my husband, myself, and our 3 children. So my husband went off. He had a little, task to do in the evenings, and he took the 2 boys with him. So him and the 2 boys would leave. We would have supper, and then him and the 2 boys left for the evening, and off they went to do their thing. So this was probably around 6:30, 7 p.m. at night. And it was just myself and my daughter, who was, at that time, she was about 4 years old. So it was just the 2 of us girls in the home. So she would be off in her little room playing with her little toys, and I would be usually sitting in the living room, maybe reading or watching a little bit of TV. So the first night the boys left us alone in the house. About 20 minutes later, several of the lights went out. So we're talking lights in different areas of the home just suddenly stopped working. So I thought, oh, okay, well, this is an older cottage. I will go to the electrical panel and I will check because maybe one of those circuit breakers got tripped. So I went up over to the panel and checked it, and nothing had been tripped. But yet, there was a lamp that suddenly had stopped working. The television had gone off. There was another light in another area of the home that had stopped working. And there was no real connection between any of it. And I just thought, okay, maybe like the house, the electricity, there's something wrong here with the electricity in the house and things just aren't working right. So anyways, I didn't think anything more of it. I just kind of sat through it. And about 20 minutes into these things not working, all of a sudden they come back on and they start working again. And, about an hour later, the boys come home and all is good in the world. Until the next night. And the next night, so this would be the second night in a row, my husband and the boys went off again to do their thing, and it was just my daughter and I home in cottage. And we had heard rumors that people that had stayed at the cottage previous to us had paranormal experiences, but we didn't pay any attention to that. We thought, oh well, they were people on vacation. They were probably having a few drinks and things like that happen. But anyway, so on the second night, my husband and two boys go off again. And they weren't gone a half an hour, but several lights went out again. Mysteriously, they just stopped working. And again, it kind of got larger, the area and the number of places where the lamps or the television or a light, a ceiling fixture would stop working, just stopped working. And it was the strangest thing because none of them were connected. So again, I get up, I go over to the panel box and I check to see if any of the circuit breakers have tripped. No, none of them have tripped. It's just weird. So I didn't think a whole lot of it at that point. I mean, it happened once. It's an older home. The electricity is a little bit, The second night, I kind of thought the same thing. And I was like, okay, so, pass it off again, right? And of course, this was years before I really, really, truly discovered and accepted who I was, because at that point I still was like a complete skeptic for a lot of things. So then the third night, same thing. And again, just as the second night, more of the lights were added. The third night, more. It even went into the kitchen area and the fridge stopped working. So the microwave was working, but the fridge was not. Completely random electrical areas in the home completely stopped working. And I went to the circuit breaker again, the panel, and nothing had changed. There was nothing that had tripped. So at that point, I was like, okay, there's definitely a presence in this house. This is just too coincidental. And I should also mention that prior to that happening, my daughter was 4 years old. And at that point, the boys were going to school down there. So they were off to school. And I walked into the bedroom with my daughter would be sitting on the floor playing with her toys. And more than once, I had walked in, and here she was having a conversation with someone, sitting on the floor, playing with her toys, and having a conversation as if someone was right across from her. And I remember saying to her, who are you talking to? And she said, nobody. So we just, again, dismissed it. And anyway, this happened a fourth evening, and finally I was like, okay, whoever this is, you have to stop this now, because the fridge and the freezer is packed with food. The food doesn't belong to me. It's our friends who owns this cottage. You know, you can't be doing this every night because this is just not working. So the lights came back on. So the next morning, and I'll never forget this because it was just the strangest thing. So I was sitting at the kitchen table having my coffee and reading the newspaper. My daughter was in her room playing with her toys. And anyway, I was sitting at the kitchen table, and all of a sudden, the front door, which was right in the kitchen area where I was sitting, open, wide open. And at that point, I knew there was a presence that had just entered the room with me. So I took a moment. I wasn't frightened. I just knew that there was a presence with me. And I just took a moment and I spoke out loud to the presence. And I said, you know what? I said, you may not realize this or not, but you're dead. And you have loved ones on the other side that are waiting for you. And if you see a bright white light, you need to move towards that, because you need to reconcile yourself with your loved ones. You've got a mother and father and brothers and sisters waiting for you, and they're looking for you, and you need to go over with them. You're not meant to be here with me and with us. You have to go. And as soon as I said that out loud, the back door of the house slammed shut. And I mean slammed. It was not a windy day. It was not. And that door slammed harder than I've ever heard it slam. And it was at that moment that the presence stopped. It never happened again after that. There was no more lights going out, random lights. There was no more my daughter talking to someone that I couldn't see. And there was no more doors opening or closing. And that was the end of it. And it was after that that we realized how old Nantucket energies really are. And it was after that that a friend gave me the Ghost Stories of Nantucket book to read. And I'm telling you, some of the experiences of a lot of the people that experienced hauntings in their older homes, it was a lot more to it than what we experienced in the property that we stayed at. We never at any point in time felt threatened. It was a very gentle presence. And I know from having experienced that it was a small child, and most likely a small girl. And I had a very, very strong feeling that she had drowned, because we lived on the south shore of the island, and I had this very strong sense that she had drowned, and that she had been there for a very long time at that point. So anyway, so that is my ghost story. Woo! Anyway, but if you have questions about that, any types of things like that, like, don't hesitate to put them down in the comments tonight, because I would be more than willing to answer them for you. So anyway, so I hope you have a spooky Halloween next week. I hope the little ghouls and ghostlies don't scare too many people too bad. And anyway, I know it's one of the times of the year that I really enjoy, and I just love the music of Halloween too. And as a music teacher, I love working with the Halloween music. It was just so much fun, and you can be so creative with it, and it's one of my favorite times of the year, for sure. So anyway, we're going to now switch to the other segment of Angel Talk Thursday, where I answer questions, I pull angel cards, and I give you messages. So I'm just going to have it scroll down here and see who we have. Let me see. I'm scrolling, I'm asking the angels who to connect with. Okay, all right. So I'm being guided to go to Reg Arsenault. And the question is mom and dad together on the other side? Absolutely. So here's the thing. Not only are they together, but everyone in their families is also with them. It's an incredible, when I touch spirit or when I touch heaven, they are so interconnected and so closely linked, and there's no such thing as division. Here in the physical world, we divide each other and we segment each other, and we have titles like mom, dad, sister, brother, cousin, neighbor, friend, okay? But when we all go to the other side, we all become as one loving family with none of those physical world divisions or separations. So when I talk to someone on the other side and they say that there's a sister on the other side with them, but their definition of sister can actually mean it could be their blood sister, their sister-in-law, or it could also be a female that's the same age as them that they consider to be their non-blood sister, a very close friend. So are your mom and dad together on the other side? Absolutely. So let's ask them for a message for you. How does that sound? Okay. Okay. So the first thing I get is this giant heart shape being presented in my mind's eye that I need to share with you. I also need that I need to talk about 3 months. I need to talk about August, October, and March as being very important months, they say, to hold for you. And usually when Spirit gives me those months, they usually talk, and there's an anniversary and a birthday that just passed as well, I hear the mom saying. But when it comes to the months, they're usually talking about a birthday in the family, wedding anniversary is next, and then the third thing is the anniversary of the passing that they're recognizing, okay? But I know there's 3 months. I know that mom has given me a 3 and a 2, and I feel like this is in connection to the number of children that they had together, okay? I feel like the number 32 is really important that I need to recognize. So when I get the number 32, it could be, when I get numbers, it could be 32 as being 1932, it could be 32 as being an age, it could be 32 as being the 3rd month and the 2nd day, or vice versa, the 3rd month, the 3rd day of the 2nd month, because oftentimes when they give me a number, it's actually recognizing 2 different things, okay? I feel like I was very close to you, very, very close to you, is what I'm getting. And I feel like Dad passed first. I could be wrong on that, but I feel like Dad passed first, okay? Okay. And I also feel like he's referring to coming from a big family, a very big family, he says. Okay, and I also feel like there's a very strong connection to a church. I feel like there's a connection to Catholic Church, okay? But I feel like Dad was like, no, not me. But he came from that, okay? Okay, he's also showing me an image of a bottle, and he tips it down on its side and then brings it back up again. And that's often representative of alcohol being a part of their life. So when it tips down, it almost is a sense of I was done with it, and then tipping it back up again, meaning I conquered it, okay? And it could also be talking about you. Just not sure there who he's talking about, but when we do a one-to-one reading, the energy is so much stronger and easier to connect with. But I know that they're saying that there's a lot of love in their heart for you and for the family, because they're very much about the family. In fact, that is their number one priority, is recognizing all of the family members and how much love. And you need to get along with your brother. That's what they're saying, okay? I'm going to pull a card from the Messages from Heaven Oracle card deck for you from them as well, okay? Because sometimes there's just a special, sometimes there's just a picture is worth 1,000 words. You can there and listen to me go on all night and channel messages from them, but sometimes that picture really, ooh, I feel like there's two here, okay? Okay. Oh, this is so awesome. I love this one here, okay? We are so connected, and that is exactly what they were talking about, just the strength and commitment to family. And then the other one that they want you to know is, I see all of your thoughts. So they're with you. They are with you, and they are watching over you at all times, and I'll leave you with that. Okay. All right. Janet McVick. The door opened behind me at the church during my cousin's daughter's funeral after I asked my grandmother for a sign that she was with us. She was definitely there. Oh, yes, definitely. That is definitely a sign. Spirit is becoming so creative in the way that they let us know that they're there. And if you ask for a sign, they're sure to give it to you. Very, very sure to give it to you. It seems that the more open you are to receiving signs, the faster and the quicker and the more pronounced that they'll be. If you tend to be kind of one of those people that's like, you know who I mean. You know what I mean, because we all know somebody that's just like, and they don't get any signs. They don't see anything. It's because it's where they are. So we honor and recognize and respect where they are, but we don't have to be there with them. So you go ahead and you ask for those signs, because that's definitely, Spirit loves giving signs, and they're becoming more creative in the ways that they give us signs all of the time. John Morris, can I have a card, please? Of course. So I'm being guided to pull a card for you from the Angels of Abundance card. So let's see what the angels want to say to you here. Because this feels as if this is we need to talk about your career, the angels are saying. And there's something new and exciting coming up for you, but it almost feels like you want to jump ahead with this career thing, but the finances or the funds just quite aren't there yet, which is why we're pulling from the Angels of Abundance card. Angels of Abundance are angels that can help bring in abundance in whatever size, shape, or form that you need it. Archangel Michael is the archangel to help you with the funds that you already have, to budget and budget consciously. And when you're working on a new creative project, to put the funds in the right spots, which will bring you the most abundance in the end. And the angels are just also reminding you that it's sometimes when you're doing things, it's not always about the amount of money that you're going to get at the end of the day. Sometimes it's about pouring your heart and your spirit into it and knowing that you're going to be reaching a lot of people. And here's the card for you. Okay, so the card is Quiet Retreat. And the message is it's time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern and process your true thoughts and feelings from your inner world. Create this quiet time for yourself and you'll have more clarity about what to do next. So this card, so very much connected to what the angels were channeling through me as I was shuffling the deck, but this about this project and what your next step is and achieving your goals. In order to do so, sometimes you need to pull into that quiet reflection and go within yourself and connect with the angels. Ask, what is your next step? And the guidance will come to you as thought forms. Thought forms within your own thoughts. So everybody talks to themselves, but how you know the difference is that your thoughts are more negative and, well, no, I can't do this because this, and so on and so forth. But when angels are placing thoughts, it's going to be first thing in the morning that they're going to be putting positive thoughts. And angel thoughts are always positive, and they're always pushing you outside of your comfort zone. And that's a big message that they want to give to you, John, is that they're pushing you to go further and expand outside of your comfort zone. So quiet reflection to fully connect to what are my goals. Discern what you really need and what is not really needed at this point. And I'll wish you all of the best and ask the angels to guide you, to help you and encourage you in whatever way that you need. Okay, let's see here. All right. Okay. Phyllis Ainsworth. Question. She goes, other side, question mark, over the rainbow bridge, question mark. So does that mean you're asked, when I use the term other side, what I'm referring to? Yes, I hear the angel saying. Okay, so what I'm referring to is I'm referring to the non-physical realm of life. So heaven is one term for it. The other side is another term for it. The spirit world is another term for it. Over the rainbow bridge is another term for it. But they all mean the same thing. It's where our spirits all go to reconnect. And it depends. If you look at all of the people and all of the belief systems across this planet, you know that every one of them has a belief system in life after death, but they all have different terminology. So Phyllis, let's pull a card for you to help you on your path. So I'm being guided to pull from the Healing with the Angels. I just have to grab that. And I'm back. Okay. So Healing with the Angels, Oracle card deck. This is a beautiful card deck that I did my angel therapy course with Charles Virtue. This is the deck that I use. And speaking of decks, angel card decks, and my angel therapy course, I am teaching an angel communication course, which is a spin-off based on what I learned in angel therapy with Charles Virtue, Doreen Virtue's oldest son, plus all of the intuitive, psychic, and mediumistic courses that I took with some pretty phenomenal people across North America. So if you're interested, and some people sometimes go, well, you know, can anybody learn to connect with angels? Yes, you can, if you have the right teacher, and that is me. And if you are interested in growing and expanding your sixth sense and your intuition in any way, shape, or form in a positive, healthy, and safe way with support from like-minded people, because we continue to offer you support in a private Facebook page group after the course is over, so that you can ask questions, and we try to get together face to face, and we can't always do that because we're from tip to tip across PEI and even into Nova Scotia. So, but it's something. Check it out on my webpage, RonitaBairdPEI.com, under workshops, classes, and events, and it definitely is an investment in you and your health, happiness, and well-being, because I've never known anyone who has learned to connect with angels, learned to grow their sixth sense in a healthy and positive and supportive environment, not saying it hasn't impacted their life in a very positive and meaningful way. So yes, I think it's Phyllis. Your name kind of disappeared there. I'm pulling a card for you here, the Angel deck. Ah, there it is. It just popped out. Okay. Oh, look at this. Beautiful. Emerging. So we see here an image of a woman who is part animated and part real. And the word is emerging. When this card comes forward, it means that you are just like a butterfly coming out of your cocoon and beginning to spread your wings. In other words, your thoughts and you're allowing your thoughts to expand beyond the box of your reality. You're beginning to open to learning new things. And this card is always about spirituality and intuition and allowing that to develop and grow. So if you haven't read any books, Phyllis, I don't know if you've ever read my dear friend and mentor Karen Forrest's books on Angels of the Maritimes. Phenomenal, great read, a phenomenal author and lady, and she's taking a compilation of people's stories about working with angels and put them into writing. And it's just a wonderful start if you're looking about expanding your knowledge on spirituality and angels. It's a great place to start, and I'll leave you with that. Okay, let's see here. All right. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Diane Elizabeth. Hi, Ronita. Anything from me tonight? Let's pull a card for you and see what the angels have to say here. Okay, I'm being guided to go to Archangel Gabriel. So Archangel Gabriel is an archangel, and archangels are omnipresent, meaning they can work with everybody at the same time. Archangel Gabriel helps us with our communication skills, helps parents be better parents, helps teachers be better teachers, helps authors to get their words down on paper. So Archangel Gabriel is just a wonderful archangel to work with. So let's see, Diane Elizabeth, what Archangel Gabriel's message to you is tonight. There it is. Okay. Let us see here. Oh, okay. So nurture yourself. Investing time in self-care now will yield more energy for you later. So what this card is referring to, Diane Elizabeth, is that you've been working so hard and doing so much for other people that you've been denying yourself nurturing. And now is the time. The universe is stepping up to the plate, and Archangel Gabriel is the powerful archangel that has made a statement to you that it is time for you to nurture yourself. You need to take time for yourself. You need a time out, my dear. You need to do some self-care and send yourself some self-love. So what are you going to do in order to do that? Book yourself a massage. Take some time and spend a morning where you just take a morning off. Go for a walk in the fresh air down by the shore, jump in the car, go for a drive, go have coffee with a friend and just laugh and talk about old times. But you need to do something special for yourself. And I want you to promise me right now that you're going to do that, because Archangel Gabriel says she so deserves this because she's done so much for so many. Now it's time for her to give back to herself. Because you can't do anything more for people if your cup is empty. So you have to fill it back up again so you can continue doing all the great work that you do. Okay? And I will leave you with that. Okay. Let's see. Rachel Cannon. Hi, Ronita. I would love a card, please. Of course. We will pull a card for you. So I'm being guided to use the Healing with the Angels Oracle card deck for you, my dear. So let's see, Rachel, what the angels want you to know. Oh, there it is. It came out really, really fast. Okay. Okay. Ideas and inspiration. Okay. So this card comes forward. When people are searching for answers with life and situations, often they will ask the angels for help and guidance. And how that guidance comes into you sometimes comes in ideas and inspiration coming to you. So what I'm being guided to tell you is that the angels are bringing you ideas and inspiration as to what to do, how to solve your situation, how to get through to the next day, how to start focusing on your next 6 weeks and 6 months. So they're telling me to tell you that you need to slow down your thoughts, you need to slow down your mind. And they're suggesting that you take a sea salt bath. So you put 2 cups of sea salt in a hot bath. You stay in it for 20 minutes, drain the tub, stand up, and shower all of that salt off. Salt is so incredibly healing in nature to your auric field. The aura is a layer of energy that's just like the skin, and it sits just above the skin too. If you put your hands like this together and you keep going together until you start feeling a little bit of an electrical current, that you're actually feeling your aura, because that's what it feels like. And that auric field protects our spirits. But sometimes that auric field can become clogged, and it becomes clogged by energy. Think of it like this. Our skin protects our physical body, right? If we were to go 7 days without bathing, without showering, without changing our clothes, we would have remnants in the form of dirt and stains and so on and so forth of every person, place, thing that we've been in contact with for those 7 days. Well, it's the same thing with the aura. If we don't cleanse the aura properly, it becomes clogged, it becomes cloudy. And that weighs us down and makes us feel heavy, and we can't really think straight. We feel cloudy in our thoughts. We can't see straight because everything, like we can't see what's my next step because everything looks cloudy. Even our breathing can get affected. So the sea salt bath is an ancient remedy that just works wonders to really clear and cleanse that energy field and make it feel fresh and revived, and you'll get a great night's sleep too. And as you do that, the angels are going to work with you as you sleep to rewire your thinking, rewire your brain, and then place ideas and inspiration into your thoughts. So first you have to do the work of cleansing your aura, getting a good night's sleep, and the angels will start coming to you at night and placing ideas and inspiration in with your own thoughts. The thoughts, you'll know, because the first 15 minutes that you wake up in the morning, those thoughts are going to be angel-guided thoughts. And then everything after that, you'll be fighting your own ego and your own brain going do. And that's what's happening for you right now. It's just your thoughts are going like do all the time, and then it just leaves you feeling very, very unsettled. So that will be very beneficial to you. Just trust us, do it, and then in about 4 days' time, pull an angel card for yourself out of your own deck. If you haven't purchased a deck for yourself, Rachel, the angels are really suggesting the Magical Unicorns deck by Dorothy Virtue. Maybe something to look at or think about, okay? And we'll leave you with that, okay? To the next person. Okay, all right. So we have, let me see. Jeffrey Clark, can I have a reading, please? Of course, let's pull a card for you, okay? I'm being guided to go to Archangel Michael's Oracle card deck for you. Archangel Michael is an archangel that can help lend self-confidence to people that are have maybe feeling like they've kind of gotten off track with life and want to get back on track with life, start to feel more confident in themselves, their skills, their abilities, and really feel like they're fully on track with life, okay? So let's see what the angels want to say to you. All right, so this is Archangel Michael, and Archangel Michael is also an angel of protection. Archangel Michael protects a lot of people. So anyone who's police, RCMP, military, Archangel Michael will naturally be around them while they are on duty, protecting them. If it's their time to go, the angels will just simply guide them on to where they're supposed to be. But if it's not their time to go, Archangel Michael will intervene and save them. May not stop them from, getting knocked over in a car accident or anything, but will definitely stop them from passing. Okay, so the card that's coming for you is, it's time to leave this unhealthy situation. And the prayer is, and I'm going to say it for you and anybody else out there listening that needs a little boost from the Archangel Michael and a little bit of a push and a shove and maybe even a gentle, loving guidance onto what your path is. Archangel Michael, what parts of my life do I need to focus on more closely right now? Thank you for helping me hear your answers and for giving me the courage to make healthy changes in my life. So what I'm being guided to say is call on Archangel Michael to help you. Not only will Archangel Michael help you to shift your thoughts into positive, healthy, thoughts that will guide you and direct you onto your life path, helping you to achieve your goals and your life purpose with peace and joy and happiness. So call on Archangel Michael and then ask Archangel Michael also to work with you to shield your spirit, because I feel like your spirit has been hurt. I feel like your heart's been hurt. I feel like your spirit's taken a blow from the world. And that energy that I'm picking up on, you're very sensitive in nature. Even though you might put on your mask when you go out in front of the world and talk to people, but the angels know the truth. So Archangel Michael is saying, you don't have to do it alone. You call me into your life now. You ask me to lend you courage when you need it. You ask me to help lift up your self-confidence. You ask me to bring the right people into your life so that you start to feel more joyful and you feel accomplished at the end of your day. Because the whole goal of learning to work with Archangel Michael is so that you can wake up in the morning and feel like a 10, like today is going to be the day that is just full of miracles, joy, and multiple abundances coming your way. So Archangel Michael is the man for you, and I'll leave you with that. Okay, I think we might have time. Let's see. Let me see. Lori Stewart. Let's pull a card for you, Lori. Let's see here. I'm being guided to use the Healing with the Angels Oracle card deck for you, Lori. So let's pull a card and see what the angels want to say to you. Okay, my dear. Truth and integrity. So the angels want you to know, and they want to thank you for the truth, for the true heart that you present in this world, and the integrity that you are. You always step up to the plate. You do everything from truth and everything from integrity. And we need more of you in this world now more than anything else. And the angels want to thank you so much for that. And they're showering you with so much abundance right now, they're saying. And they're also showering you with so much love. I'm seeing little rose petals coming down from heaven and just surrounding you. And I know that that's the strength and the protection of the angels. And they want you to really know that they're working with you in so many ways. So I'll leave you with that. And we have come to our time for another week, and I certainly hope to see you back here again next Thursday night for some more angel talk, some more messages, and some more fun times. So take care until next week. Bye.